In this video, we'll be going over ways you can actually write for Forbes, Entrepreneur, and Fast Company without actually having a direct relationship to the publication, contributors, editors, journalists, or anything whatsoever. So if you're an executive, founder, CEO, leader, etc., chances are that you've probably seen some of your friends or colleagues get featured in like the Forbes, the Entrepreneur, the Fast Company, or any of these other big publication on that matter. Oftentimes they are working with firms like us who have these media relationships with various media contacts, these publications. Or the other way that they're actually doing this is they're simply using programs that these publications offer for you to be able to contribute your insights to their publication, given that you actually qualify. So for this video, we'll be going over an overview of each program, how you can qualify to actually write for these publications, as well as the perks to writing for these publications. So let's just get right into it. So one of the first ones that we do have would be the Forbes Council, which you're obviously familiar with Forbes. Everyone has heard of them. Essentially, what Forbes offer is they have multiple council that you can apply for. Some is going to be more agency driven, coaches, business, even for like nonprofit, tech, etc. So what you want to do is go to council.forbes.com/qualify. You want to find the council that is most like relevant to you. So for example, for myself, like I would go to like the communication council. So you would just click found out if you qualify. And then there is going to be a few qualification here. So your business would need to be doing a minimum $500,000, or you would need to be an executive coach with 3 years of experience. Or if you don't run the business or anything, etc., you could be a senior level executive. So these are really just like some basic criteria. Even just meeting those criteria doesn't mean you will actually get approved. So if you are following these criteria, you want to apply, what you would do, you would just fill out this form. You would add in a bit of information about yourself, company website, last 12 months of revenue, if the company had any funding since it's been created. And then you would just select the council that you want. And then once you've submitted this, you'll obviously have to put a little section as far as like why you should even be considered in the first place. They'll essentially reach out to you in like the next like week or so. And typically if they are interested in having you on the Forbes Council, they'll typically set up like a quick 10-15 minute phone call. And directly once you are approved, you'll be getting access to the Forbes platform where, in my experience, you'll typically be able to publish 8 to like 12 articles per year, like total. And typically, depending on the council, in my experience, it's going to be anywhere from like $2,000 to like $5,000 per year, depending on the council again. Some of them are going to have a lower cost, and then some of them are going to have a higher cost as well. So once you are approved for the Forbes Council, you will essentially have your own little profile here, where you will be able to like publish some content. You will get the opportunity to be able to give your insights on pieces that Forbes are like essentially like work on for like expert like panels. And then if we just look at like one example, for example, here, like this over here, there would be like a little section. You would have like a little quote, a backlink to your website, and then just for like yourself. And then there's like a bunch of other leaders speaking on that specific topic. So that's essentially like the benefit you would be getting with like Forbes. And then the other one that we do have as well would be the Forbes company, the Fast Company, executive board. So somewhat similar concept here. You'll see that there is really like the same qualification. Again, typically it's going to be around like 500,000 or $1 million minimum as far as like revenue here. And Fast Company, like the executive board program, really just only has like one somewhat like board. So there's no like specific council. You would just apply for that. And if you meet the criteria, they'll typically reach out to you within like 2 days. And you do have to be in the US or Canada. If you're outside of that, they're just not going to approve you in the first place. So I wouldn't even give it a try. So once you are actually approved for the council, you will have your own little profile just over here, for example, where you'll be able to publish some content. And similar as like the Forbes, you'll be able to join some expert panels where you can speak to your expertise, add on some insights, and just be seen as like a leader in your space. For the Fast Company, just over here, you'll see that there's like essentially 3 different member packages. One of them is going to be 1 year. The second one is going to be 2 years, which is just going to give you like a little discount. And then the other one is going to be a premium 1-year membership. They're essentially just going to give you like some additional things. For example, you would get 3 investor expertise articles written for you, a complete company bio, career-related personal bio, just like a few extra things that you wouldn't be getting in the 1 to 2 year ones, just like a premium version. And then, yeah, just for the last one, which a lot of other people will be really familiar with, would be the entrepreneur.com leadership network. So the way this works is Entrepreneur is like really transparent about how this works. It's $3,000 a year. You pay it every single year. You get access to the Entrepreneur program where you can publish an article every like few months. their editorial team is obviously going to have to approve the article, but once they do, you can submit another article. And by doing so, you're going to get your own little profile. Just for example, here, if we look at the Sea of Entrepreneur, where you'll be able to publish some articles. And then if anyone were to like click on your profile, you can have like just some thought leadership insights, helping your little bio. And the cool thing with that is you can have like your website, your Twitter, etc., all here. So it helps with like ranking. And I've seen like a lot of clients when they do register for the entrepreneur profile, they'll even have the Google Knowledge panel show up directly when someone searches their name up. So it just adds a bit of extra credibility there. So definitely like one of the main ones I would recommend doing so. So once you do apply, you will be taken to this page over here to apply. You'll have to like log in, sign up an account first, but you just enter your name, enter all the social media here that you want to add. If you create some social media later on, you'll be able to like modify your bio. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. And then really like the most important part here is going to be like your little bio, links to previous articles that you've written. And one thing that you might want to get ready for before you actually submit this is you will have to write 2 article-driven pitches that are to resonate with like the target audience of entrepreneur.com, which are obviously going to be business leaders and entrepreneurs. So what you would do is you would give a potential headline for that article and give 150 words minus the not summary of what the article would be covering. So once they do go see your pitch, if they approve it, they'll send you an email saying that you've been accepted. You'll be prompted to register for the Entrepreneurship Leadership Network. You'll pay the fee, and then you'll be good to go. And then from there, you'll be able to have your profile. It takes around like 1 to 2 weeks so it actually starts ranking in Google. But once you do so, sometimes it will actually trigger that Google Knowledge Panel, which is a really great little bonus feature here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there is any question, do feel free to reach out to me or our team. We specialize in media placements, landing you in top-tier media publications such as The Entrepreneur, the Forbes, the Business Insider, the Yahoo Finance, IB Times, any big major publication that you would think of. We typically will have relationship to them. And then we also do place clients on podcasts and TV appearances. So feel free to go to our website at refuture.com or reach out to me personally at zach@refuture.com. I'll be happy to help. And have a great rest of your day.